Listen, do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, I don't mind. Call the police immediately.
I don't get it. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come here tonight? Strange.
Where's my dough?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Vibes and Stuff Live in the Morning. It's your host, Chuck Allen, with your host, Uncle Freezie, coming to you live on a Friday, June 3rd. The weekend is here, people. Vibrant ones. How you doing this morning?
Baby.
Yes, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm swell. I'm swell. I'm coming off of what I think is probably one of the most successful shows that we ever did on Vibe and Stuff Live. Got a lot of feedback. Can't even pump my gas. Can't even pump my gas. Throw black shit away. You crazy? Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm having a good morning, man.
Good, man. Good. So, Chuck, oh, this producer is so slack. So, Chuck, what is in your, where is it? Chuck, what is in your cup? Them. Water.
Yes, sir. Water.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Chuck, how is the weather where you are?
Well, it's about 65 degrees, cloudy with a chance of showers later this afternoon.
Them. Here in sunny South Carolina, it's a scorching 78. It's gonna be a scorcher today. Bring all your plants in from outside. Make sure your animals are hydrated. Yeah, it's gonna be 900 degrees outside. Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Better find some
Chuck,
shade.
get some
Yes,
shade. Drink some lemonade. It's gonna be a hot one today in South Carolina.
Yeah, man.
So Chuck, let me ask you this. I'm gonna switch this to health and lifestyle because I gotta ask you. Yo, every time I hear that beat, I just think like, if I was a rapper, bro, I would I would spit something to that. But let me ask you this. How big are you on wrestling? How big are you
Entertainment
on
wrestling or
how big are you on Ric
Roman
Flair?
Greco?
No. That looked like
he's
soft
in my
porn to
top
me.
five.
Who?
Ric Flair is in my top five all time.
Bro, I was at a South Carolina Gamecock football game on a concourse coming back from the concession stand with two of my sons. My son Junior, it's a tradition for him to spill nachos. See, if Junior don't spill nachos, the Gamecocks ain't gonna score a touchdown that day. I don't know why that is, but whatever. We coming back, and my homeboy, one of my friends, is like, Junior, did you spill nachos yet? He's like, no, not yet. He just slapped nachos out. And we laugh. And then we hear everybody stand up and cheer, right? So we look like, who is that? Who is that? You know, who is that? Chuck, it's Ric Flair. And he got about 6 blonde chicks with bikinis on, and they like 6 foot tall. Ric Flair.
Yeah, man.
Now
He's the limousine driving, jet flying,
Yeah.
wheeler dealing, son of a gun, man. Yeah, of course. I would
Yeah,
expect less.
yeah. And so the thing is him and Steve Spurrier have like a weird friendship, right? When
Right.
Steve Spurrier was in Florida, Ric Flair used to go to all the Florida Gators games, right? Steve Spurrier took the job with the South Carolina Gamecocks as the head coach, and Ric Flair would show up at every Gamecock game. Now, at the beginning of fourth quarter, the Gamecocks, before Ric Flair, used to play this song called 2001: A Space Odyssey. You remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
The Gamecocks used to come out the tunnel to that, right? And in my opinion, the South Carolina Gamecocks have the best entrance in college football, because everybody be standing up, stomping, and then you'll hear it come on, and then the band will be like, boom, 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 with them big ass drum. What's the big drum? Like the big
Bass drum.
Yeah, I guess. And then like the band to be playing it right. And then the bump on the dudes be banging like boom, 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 boom. And they'll pause and everybody be anticipating, like, go, go, go. And then they'll get back into it and the crowd go crazy, right? And then the football team come running out the tunnel with like the big smokestacks and all that stuff, you know, whatever, come running through the smoke and all that. And they do that, and then Alabama beat the Alabama. University of Alabama beat us down 75 to nothing.
Yeah.
But the interest be dope. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we look over and we see Ric Flair, bro.
Of course.
It's crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But getting back to your thing, Ric Flair is in your top 5. He's not number 1.
Nah, he's edged out by Stone Cold and The Rock.
Who?
Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and The Rock.
Bro, you like stunning Steve Austin?
Yep. One of the former Hollywood blondes, yes. Yes, I do.
Check, please. Stunning, you like stunning Steve Austin. How long does this go back? How long what
goes back?
You being liking Steve Austin.
Oh, once he switched over to WWE and changed his moniker
to
Stone Cold.
Okay. Okay.
the Texas Rattlesnake. Yes, sir.
My only thing with Steve Austin is if it wasn't for the announcer, I don't know if I would have liked Steve Austin because I like Steve Austin. But what's his name? Jerry, not King Jerry Lawler. What's the other dude that with the cowboy hat?
Oh, you're talking about Jim
Jim Ross.
Jim
Jim
Ross.
Ross. I don't know why Vince McMahon does Stone Cold like that. Stone Cold's a good boy. Man, come on. Jim Ross. Come on, man. I did a personal interview with the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I get it, bro. I know. I get it. I get that, man. But I don't want to do that, man. I just want to see Stone Cold do the stunner on like 17 straight people. That's all. I want to see Stone Cold just bust into a battle royal and just put the stunner on 8 people straight. That's it. And then drink a beer on the top rope.
That's the icing on the cake. That's the icing on the cake. Like he's there's no denying that the attitude era of wrestling is where wrestling was at its peak
Right.
because you had WCW throwing their Hail Marys, but
Right.
I think Eric Bischoff was screwing up the storylines and doing a lot of nonsense.
Okay.
But there was heavy competition, and I just feel like WWE at the time had the better characters, better storylines. Um,
They just weren't
and
paying nobody. They just wouldn't pay you though. Well, no, I take that back. They paid HBK, but they wouldn't pay nobody else.
well, uh, Shawn Michaels was the face of the franchise. Like,
Yeah.
do you not remember the Montreal screw job? like the Hart Foundation was entrenched in wrestling.
Yeah.
Just like the Malvia family and
Yeah.
all that entails from the Wild Samoans
Yep.
to Rock's dad,
Yeah.
just
Rocky
all of them,
Johnson.
right?
Yeah. All of them.
It was the Hart Foundation that was the face of WWF at the time,
Yeah.
and but Shawn Michaels was the baby face kid that Vince wanted, to take the organization to another level.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were going to pay Shawn. Like Shawn, like Bret Hart spit in his face, spit in Vince's face. Like
Yes.
like
And
yeah, I'll
Vince
drop
took
the
it.
title. You want me to drop the title? Fine, cool. All right, I'll drop the title, but not in my hometown. And I feel him on that. Like,
No.
yo, come on, don't do that to the guy in his hometown. But Vince was an a-hole. So of course they were going to make sure Shawn was great.
Yeah.
Even when Bret Hart came back, like they had to uh Shawn Michaels had to retire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was no room for both of them in none of those arenas. They had to
No.
get them out of there. So um but the Attitude Era was the most entertaining. Um they had a lot of characters once they got it right.
Yeah.
Because even The Rock was like, what are they doing with this dude? Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Yeah.
but then once he came up with that character, as we know as The Rock, it was a
Yeah.
wrap. it was a wrap. And so
Yeah.
my top five are those guys um, that electrify.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, sorry everybody, but Hulk Hogan is not in my top five. I wasn't eating my vitamins and saying my prayers, brother.
Neither is the Ultimate Warrior.
No.
When
The
I
Ultimate
was a
Warrior.
kid,
Oh
when
yeah,
I was a
because
kid, I loved it.
he was wild and crazy, but then he can't wrestle.
No, he can't.
That's why they made him crazy and a whole bunch of stuff. His finishing moves had to do with him bench pressing or something like that because he couldn't do anything else. No, he's not in my nothing.
You know, him and Hogan,
He's not
him,
on my
him,
list.
him and Hogan are not even real characters, bro. These dudes, all they are just Xerox copies of superstar Billy Graham. That's it. I mean, carbon. Come on, really, Ultimate Warrior? You got ribbons around your biceps? Oh, that's so new. I hadn't seen that since 1977. Come on, come on. Oh, you got makeup around your eyes? Wow, I hadn't seen that since Sting. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Ultimate Warrior is just, yeah. The Ultimate Warrior
he was a terrible
person.
WW terrible person, terrible character.
No,
The most meaningless promos ever. Like as a kid, you would get excited, but go listen to it now. He said a bunch of nothing.
nothing.
When the stars and the moons align, then the powers from in and the warriors start to come out to play. And and I'm like, what the wait. What?
And see, and that's the thing. That was superstar Billy Graham. But superstar Billy
Right.
Graham did that during the Star Wars era, the late 70s, early 80s. You know what I'm saying? That was the space era. Remember Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon and all that. That was a thing. That's why superstar Billy Graham was doing it. This dude, this dude was doing it, and it wasn't the space era, bro. So he looked like an idiot. And then he lost to the Undertaker. He what? Well, I don't know.
The of course those guys always drew those comparisons.
Right.
I think that's why they had that three-way match when they brought back superstar Billy Graham
Yeah.
when he was, way past his prime, but he was still uh old man steroid ripped.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Goldberg from 2 years ago. Remember Goldberg?
Yeah. 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 And so they had them, in like this three-way match. I remember three-way tag team, uh three three-way match with I can't remember who exactly it was, but I remember that. And I was like, okay, well, wrestling characters for a while were stupid. Um because they didn't know. It's like when you watch movies from the 80s in the early 90s where uh the writer of the movie is okay, take like Booty Call.
Yeah.
You know good and well nobody black wrote that.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
black. That it was that is just who acts like this.
Yeah. Halle, yeah. Yeah.
like who acts like this. So um I don't think they had the right minds in there. There were guys, probably wide open
Right.
with substances and just coming up with stuff. And I was like, like Coco Beware was a terrible
Oh god.
act. Like he was a great wrestler,
Yeah.
but come on, no one black came up with that
Your
character for
name
this
is
man,
Beware. Beware.
Coco.
Yeah. Oh god.
And he wrestled with a Jerry curl, which was crazy because I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, that curl gonna drip in your eye, and
Yes.
you gonna be blind
And they
in
can't
this
grab your
ring,
hair.
right?
I
Um,
did like when he teamed up with the British Bulldogs, though. I did like that. I ain't gonna front.
yeah,
So
he was ahead of his time. Like he was one of those high flyers. Um,
before Rey
like
Mysterio.
before, yes. Um, I I don't think I don't think there were any luchador wrestlers at that time in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Not at that time. Like if you
Right.
wanted to see some top rope action, it came from like the Rockers, or if you were a
Right.
WCW guy, Rock and Roll Express or Midnight Express.
Well,
Um,
Fabulous Freebirds. I thought I thought they were big. Are they big?
I
They
think
weren't top rope
yeah,
guys,
I
right?
think n- no, but I think they did have something off the top rope, but I don't think it was their finishing.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Hey, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Yeah, man, the fabulous 35. So, um, you guys are definitely throwing out some dope names from back in the day, man. The '80s and their gimmicks. Yeah, when the gimmicks were executed well. Um, the Iron Sheik was like I believe the Iron Sheik. I believed the Iron Sheik until him and Hacksaw Jim Duggan got arrested in Atlantic City for speeding, and they had cocaine and stuff in the car. And I was like, wait a minute, how is Hacksaw Jim Duggan riding around with the Iron Sheik? These guys are mortal enemies. And I was like, oh man, this wrestling is fake. Okay. Uh, the storylines are absolutely fake. Nikita and Ivan Koloff, man, the Russian sickle. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Yeah, man. WC. Eh, eh, eh. It breathed life into WCW for a spell. Absolutely. Um, because they were reeling a little bit. Like WWE and WCW was kind of like um Transformers versus the GoBots. And yeah, there are people that love the GoBots and really think they're dope. But the Transformer people are looking at them like they're just knockoffs of us. Um, yeah, man. And that was the thing, man. Those guys would get hit with chairs, man. Like wrestling was very dangerous. Plenty of people got hurt, um, broke necks and all types of bones. Uh, wrestling. People say all the time, I don't know how especially when I was, heavy into wrestling. I'm like, how can you watch that? It's fake. And I'm like, yeah, the storyline is, is written. There's a predetermined winner of the match. Like the outcome is absolutely fixed. But these guys jumping off that top rope, slamming each other, that's absolutely real. Ain't nobody faking that. I Some of my favorite matches were some of the hardcore matches though, with like Diamond Dallas, uh Terry Terry Funk, Cactus Jack. Um, Let me see who else. Who else was in some of those wild matches where they were fighting in in barbed wire fences and
Mick
slamming people
Foley.
on
Mick Foley. Dude love Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Jumping on the top of the cage, man, you can hurt yourself. I've seen rings cave in when people jumping too high
Yeah.
off stuff. Like wrestling is dangerous. It's
Yes, it's
absolutely
very.
dangerous, man.
Yeah.
And those guys work under some slave type contracts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they be for what I would say pennies on the dollar. They be signing some 10 years,
Yeah, man.
$10 million contract.
Yeah.
Man, this is $1 billion industry, and this is all you getting over ten
Yeah.
years.
And
Man,
340 days a year.
no.
Bruh, 340 days a year? You gotta be at work? Bro, that's crazy. Just off rip, most people get 104 days off. Off rip. That's Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You get 104 days off every year just off of the weekend. Not to mention holidays. These dudes working 340 days a year. Man, they crazy.
Y- Yeah, man. And as you can see, a lot of them have to work until they're in their 60s, almost 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like even the great Moolah had to come back for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, she got to be like 80.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Had to come back for a little bit
Yeah, man.
until, he couldn't wrestle no more and he moved to the front office, right?
Yeah.
Like I respect those guys, man, to to have that kind of work schedule for the pay that they get. Um,
Yeah.
Wrestling owns your image.
Yeah.
You can't just go do whatever it is you want to do. Oh, you want to make a movie? Well, you're going to make at least 4 or 5 of our crappy WWE movies first,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then maybe you'll get lucky like The Rock,
Yeah.
and now John Cena and Batista.
And oh, Batista. Yeah, Batista getting paid, bro.
Oh, he getting paid,
Batista.
yeah, because he
Yeah.
did like him. They all did terrible WWE movies, well, except The Rock.
Yeah. And Stone Cold. Stone Cold did the movie
Condemned.
The Marine. Was it
No,
something?
no, that
I
was
can't.
John Cena.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
John
Okay.
Cena did the Marine. That was a WWE movie.
Yeah. Yeah. bro.
That was
And look,
that
I ain't
was a
even go.
WWE movie.
And shout out to Batista, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I ain't flexing, I ain't bragging, right? So we get in the gym and we do this exercise, right? It's a dumbbell press. You know what I'm saying? You get about 100-pound dumbbell on each side, right? You get your, you know what I'm saying? You get your thing and you just press it, right? Bro, when you get to a certain age, get to a certain age, bro, you can't just do 3 sets of 8 no more. If you want to keep if you want to keep looking like Batista, bro, at our age, like me and Batista age, bro, you got to be in the gym like 5 hours a day. Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like Batista walking around like DC Universe. I mean, not DC, but Marvel Universe with like abs and shredded up and muscles and all. Bro, you got to be in the gym 5 hours strong. Ask Soulfinger tell you, bro, man, listen. And so every time I see Batista, I just be like, every time I see Goldberg, I'm in, amen, bro, because to do it without juice, like, and I say juice, I'm talking about steroids, but to do it without juicing, bro, yo, it's a commitment like no other, bro.
And here's the thing: if you're an entertainer, go ahead and juice. Go ahead and juice it up. You're not getting any competitive advantage.
Yeah.
So what? You the strongest guy that can deliver lines.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
So what? Because definitely in wrestling, that was a big thing. Everybody was juicing. Another gentleman that's in my top 5, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Was absolutely juicing at one point in time.
Did you see how
like,
big? Bro, that dude died. I think he was like 270 when he was fighting Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, bro. They was like 215. When he passed away, he was like 270. Step into a
wait a
Slim
minute,
Jim.
270.
270, bro. You remember Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner?
Yeah, definitely. He was drinking steroids, rubbing it.
He was.
He wasn't even injecting it. He was just rubbing it.
Bro, okay, so a fat guy like myself that's losing weight, right? Like I could feel my bicep under all this loose skin and stuff because I'm losing weight, right? But my man could flex and do like this, and he would have the bicep and a little bump on top of that. That's crazy. Basically, his muscle had a muscle. That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
Chuck, like what you saying, bro? I'm gonna see if I can find the picture of that.
Big Papa Pump. Like he looked crazy. He had looked crazy. Like he was already big.
Right.
Like you could tell, like he played football or whatever. So when that came out in his bio that he played, where he played at Florida.
I think so. Minnesota.
He played somewhere. He played somewhere. And then all of a sudden, you know, after the Steiner brothers dissolved because the brother got old, and he came back as a single competitor. You look disgusting, bro. like, I don't look at your muscles like, damn, I wish I had muscles like that. I look at them like, ew.
Oh, yeah.
Like you look like a garbage pail kid. like,
yeah.
Ew. So,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I like the bodybuilding aspect of it. Right. I like lifting weights, right? That's just something that I like. I'm not trying to push that on nobody. Whatever. I just like the way your muscles look after you lift, right? Especially like weird places, especially like your thighs. Like when you after you squat and stuff, you look at your thighs. Like if you squat for a while and then you know what I'm saying, your legs being muscle fed, you look down at your thighs and all your muscles be like squeezing. And you like, to me, I like that, right? But anyway, but Scott Steiner, bro, like I give you physique wise, I was never impressed with Hulk Hogan, right? At 6'4", 300 pounds, at 6'4", 300 pounds, Hulk Hogan never impressed me. With the bicep, I'm like, no. The Ultimate Warrior, though, bro, you could tell the Ultimate Warrior swam in steroids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tony
Absolutely.
Atlas, Mr. America, Tony Atlas, when he flexed in the ring and you could see all his abdominals, he was like, yo, yeah, now that dude is ripped. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yep.
Lex Luger. I forgot about Lex Luger, bro.
He was juicing.
Yeah, he was bad, bro.
He was absolutely juicing because when he stopped, he started looking like the Crypt Keeper. I was like, who the heck
Oh,
is that Lex Luger? What happened? Was he smoking crystal meth this whole time? Why did he look like that?
all that
Oh,
loose
he ain't on
skin,
the
you
juice
lose
no
it.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that loose skin, bro. You know what I'm saying? All that loose skin, man. It ain't. Mm. Yeah, you gotta go.
Right.
You gotta go get this. You gotta go get the snip. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you can do about that. Because once you like I was saying, once you get past a certain age, bro, you know what I'm saying? You know, no bueno.
Man, you got to catch that. You got to catch that. You got to catch that. That loose skin like a ponytail, man. Man, you
Oh
grab
yeah,
it, you pull it to the back, you grab your little twisty tie.
a little barrette like them girls be having in their hair.
a, a scrunchie.
Hold on,
Scrunchie to
let
hold that
me.
extra.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But the only thing about them big dudes is they not as dexterous as the little dudes. Like Lex Luger and them, they not as dexterous as the Hardy Boys. You know what I'm saying? Matt Hardy and them.
No,
Matt
no.
Hardy looked like he can jump off the top rope and do a somersault flip smoking a cigarette, bro. Me and my youngest son, we saw them at the Civic Center, and my man was doing the Jesus pose. You know how you stand like this and have your arms straight out or whatever? He is on the top rope. Oh, on the cage, on the top of the cage. And all the kids were like, no, don't jump. Don't. No. And I was like, hey, I want to see this shit. so, so, so a man does a head first flip off of the thing. Everybody, you remember the old disposable cameras? Remember the disposable cameras? Anybody in the chat remember the disposable cameras? The one that came in the paper?
Yeah,
They
the
came out at the
Polaroids.
same
Yeah.
Yeah. They came out at the same time as digital cameras. Why, Chuck, why did we ever have digital cameras, bro? Digital cameras was the worst technology ever created, man.
Digital cameras? Why you say that?
Because, man, first of all, when they first came out, you could only take 6 pictures, and then you had to charge your camera. You know what I'm saying? And then second, they were so expensive that you like. What? And then third, when the first camera phone came out, it was just like the iPod. You remember iPods?
Yeah.
Soon as soon as the iPhone came out, you was like, "What I need an iPod for?"
Right. But that's
You
how
know what I'm saying?
technology is. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah, that's true.
technology is, man.
That's true.
Start
That's true.
start off, you know, big and clunky, and
Yeah,
then over time they fine tune it.
yeah,
Think
yeah,
about the cell phones we have now versus the very first cell phone that had the bag with the strap. the big
and
brick
all
joint.
the accessories.
like you like you gotta attach an antenna to your back so you can get reception. And now like phones aren't even phone like people answer their phone off their watch now. So
Yeah,
that's how it goes. That's how it
yeah,
goes.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm impressed with your list though. You said Ric Flair was in your top five, and I heard you say The Rock and Stone Cold, but I don't remember hearing the other two wrestlers in that list.
Um oh okay, so Macho Man Randy Savage.
Okay.
This one this is my personal favorite. He didn't get a long run, but Kurt Hennig, aka Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
6-man Booker T.
Yeah. I like Booker T. I like Book. I like Book. I ain't gonna lie. I have a secret dream to have traps like Viola Davis or Bobby Lashley, whichever.
Yeah.
but hey, Viola Davis trapezius muscles be making me jealous, bro. She got Viola Davis be having Dwight Howard doing extra reps in the gym. Dwight Howard is jealous of Viola Davis' shoulders, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, damn, Viola Davis been in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw her in the movie, right? I saw her, I think it was like at the Oscars, she had the dress on. Because like nobody noticed that her clothes was fitting like, like why her clothes all fit always fit funny on jack up. It's because she got jailhouse trapezius muscles, right? But whatever. Thank you.
Viola
Mo
be on
came
the
in the room.
yard, huh?
Yeah, she out there. Yeah, she out there doing max reps for a case of cigarettes. Yeah, but yeah, man. The I'm impressed by your list though. Is there anybody that you feel like can disappear from your top five and be replaced by somebody else?
um, yeah, I could.
It's right here on this table.
Okay.
I would say the Booker T and Mr. Perfect.
Okay.
Those two will be interchangeable at times, depending
Okay.
on how I feel.
Okay.
But the others are where they at, and that's it.
That's it. They solidified, right?
Yep.
I don't know because our list is about the same, but I feel like I gotta put Dusty Rhodes on the list in the top five. You know what I'm saying? The plumber's son.
See, see. Okay, so Dusty Rhodes is one of the very first characters I became introduced to, right?
Right.
Um, because on Saturdays in the South in the '80s,
Yeah.
wrestling was a thing.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
down
talking.
south Georgia wrestling.
I'm telling you, uh, back in the day, I know people that are watching Vibes and stuff are probably watching on the phone or watching on their big screen TV in their living room, on their
Hey, tablet.
laptop or their tablet. Back in the day, uh, it was a luxury to have a television, right?
Yeah.
There were people that didn't have televisions, and then there were people who had uh, nice size televisions,
Right.
right? And
Right.
not only a nice size television, but a television that was color. Um,
Not black, but color. Yeah,
but
I got
color.
you.
because I have friends up until the almost the end of the 90s, like 97, 98. They had a black and white TV, and I was like,
Right.
yeah.
What are y'all doing? They need to get their life together.
my at the time, my grandmother, she was working at this hotel, and they were remodeling, and so they were getting rid of all of, you know, the old furniture, which was probably
The old pregnant TVs. Remember the
yes,
old cavity back TVs to get flat screens? I know
yes.
whatever you're talking about.
So I was like, Granny, I'm gonna take 2 of these TVs, and I took them over. I was like, hey man, at least you'll be watching TV in color. But nevertheless, let me not get too far off subject. But um, so we had the TV, and Saturday around about what was it, like 5, 6 o'clock. That chicken been fried,
Ooh.
plates have been fixed,
Oh yeah.
and not a mumbling word is going on. That's how my grandma was it. Not a mumbling word. Yes,
Right.
ma'am. And we watched wrestling. People came from around the dirt road, up the dirt road,
Yeah.
or as my grandma would say, round the bend. They came
Round
from
the
around the
bend.
bend.
Yeah.
All right, okay. And we have a house full of people watching wrestling. So and everyone loved Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why they loved Dusty Rhodes, but I got it later in life because I was like, oh, he was talking that jive, and they was just eating that up hook, line, and
Yes.
sinker. He
Yes.
had he had them one liners and funny quips. Like
And
he was a sharp.
he didn't look like nothing.
No,
Du-
no, he didn't.
You know what? I could probably be Dusty Rhodes' stunt double. That's how out of shape Dusty Rhodes was. You know what I'm saying? When you compare him to um, Big John Studd, or yeah, man, Dusty Rhodes wasn't even in shape.
No, he wasn't. And um, the industry changed very, very quickly because a lot of those older guys that wrestling kind of built their backs off of was slowly becoming obsolete because they only could do but so much. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like a clothesline can't be your finishing move.
No.
like like Hulk Hogan had the worst finishing move ever. The leg drop.
Yeah.
Like man, if you don't get the
Also,
so
also from Superstar Billy Graham.
yeah yeah
You like, yo, all you did was watch a Superstar Billy Graham tape and copied it. But I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cut you off.
no. He definitely yeah man. I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan, so never was.
Right,
Didn't own none of that stuff of his.
right.
Um, so anyway, I think who was it? So I think we were we in Barnwell, South Carolina. All I remember, we were in a sweatbox gym
Okay.
watching Greg the Hammer Valentine, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and I want to say like Ole Anderson,
Okay.
uh, and then some heel. We watched them.
Gotta
We
have
watched them.
Hill.
Some heel. I don't know. Just some guy that everyone booed.
Let's say Don Morocco. Let's just say Don Morocco. You know what I'm saying? Some random average heel.
Yeah, there in the 80s, man, they didn't really. No, I didn't eat my vitamins to say my prayers, brother. No, no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
man. No.
I just didn't. I didn't buy. I didn't buy. I was like, trying to shove another Superman down our throats. Nope,
Yeah. Yeah.
nope. Sorry, not going to be able to do it. Um, and it has and it definitely isn't a black or white thing because there weren't really that many black wrestlers
Yeah.
um at that time, and then the few that were there had some of the worst uh stage acts, like the Junkyard Dog. Yo, his finishing move was a headbutt. Quick, quick, grab them kicks. Doop, 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 doop. Like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Kamala. What
Kamala was terrible.
the
Yeah. Tony Atlas,
on, man?
strongman move. Rocky Johnson finishing move was the foot shuffle. Remember the foot shuffle punch?
Yeah, yeah. Come on, man. Come on,
um,
man. Like,
um,
mhm.
Gorilla Monsoon finishing move was the body slam. I remember when we first heard the word body slam, we were like, "Oh, he gonna slam our body!" Now we like, okay,
uh, um, Captain Lou,
yeah,
man. I think I liked him more on the cartoon
yeah,
than in real life because he gave off very uh creepy vibes to me. Why does he have why does he hands on his chin? I just want to know.
I don't know, but they say that was the nicest man to ever walk through a WWE door. Like he was the fixer, right? Like when
Okay.
people beefing backstage, like two baby faces beefing backstage about who gonna be the babiest face of the baby faces, he would go
Hmm.
fix it. You know what I'm saying? Make it look like both of them were winners. Or he who was gonna be the heeliest of all the heels, Captain Lou Albano would fix it. Like the time the Bob Backlund was gonna get the strap back from Hulk Hogan, right? He was trying to figure out how to get the belt off Hogan to give it back to Bob Backlund. Remember, Bob Backlund lost to the Iron Sheik, and then
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik, and then Hulk Hogan wouldn't give up the belt. And so they were like, Captain Lou Albano was like, not only are we gonna make a template of you, right? We're just gonna pay you more money because the longer Hulk is the champion, the bigger the company get, and everybody check get bigger. And he's like, no offense, but when you were the champ, the company wasn't growing. And Bob Backlund was like, but I could wrestle. And everybody was like,
Like, yeah.
so you don't have stage presence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And so he taught Bob Backlund into teaching Hulk how to wrestle. And Hulk carried the torch and all that stuff. And then all these years later, while Bob Backlund was still working for the company, they introduced the young kid to Bob Backlund, a dude named Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle became this generation's Bob Backlund.
Yep.
And people don't even remember.
Um, people don't remember. What do you mean? People don't remember Bob Backlund,
Right.
or
Or how Bob Backlund used to be in the 70s and 80s. Because Bob Backlund used to be Kurt Angle before Kurt Angle turned heel. The great American hero. That I
right?
wrestled in the Olympics and I won all these medals. and all that. So that was Bob Backlund. And then Kurt Angle came along, and they used the same,
Right. The same. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they get lucky and they can strike iron twice.
Yeah.
I mean, capture lightning twice. So I I never really had anything bad to say about Bob, because when he came over to the WWF, that's what he was known for, being the wrestler, the technical
Right.
wrestler.
Right.
So I always appreciated him for that.
Right.
Uh, um, I think yeah, throughout wrestling history, man, you can find pieces of the old generation in the newer generation,
In the new
for,
generation, yeah.
for sure. Just give you a little twist to it. Uh, Otherwise, I said I always thought Bob Backlund was whack.
Because
Yo, man,
he was straight laced. Because he was straight laced. Remember,
yeah,
he was corporate. Like, he didn't do nothing flashy. He never tried to show up his opponent. All he did was get in there and wrestle. He was a great probably a top 20 technical wrestler in WWE. And I think I would say top 10 technical wrestler. The only thing though is, while he was technically great, dudes were coming into the game with this new phrase called finishers, where you know what I'm saying, they didn't have to like beat on you for like 30 minutes, where all they would do is just get you dazed enough so they can get to the finisher. And that's what hurt Bob Backlund. Because if you remember, Bob Backlund lost the belt because he got put in the
the
what's the Iron Sheik move? I forgot what the Iron Sheik move is called.
the Cobra Clutch,
The camel clutch. The
Camel
camel
Clutch.
clutch. Yeah. He got put in the camel clutch and he tapped out. Right? And then the Cobra clutch was deadly though. Talk about Sergeant Slaughter, the Cobra clutch. Man,
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was crazy. But they put Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan got the strap because he got put in a camel clutch, and he did.
I did a push up out of it. Like, man, get
This
out of
motherfucker
here,
did a push.
man, get the fuck out of here with that, man.
I know that shit was so whack.
Like,
And then he stood up and started shaking his hands.
that's why I couldn't. Him and the Ultimate Warrior used to piss me off with that. They get hit, and then after the third hit, they turn around and they look.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man, if you don't,
Superstar Billy Graham. I remember Gorilla Monsoon body slammed Superstar Billy Graham, and Superstar Billy Graham's shoulder came out of place, and you could see it because everybody knew Superstar Billy Graham was on steroids, right? In the 70s, everybody knew it. And his shoulder popped out of place, and you could see it because it was like, you know how your shoulders be across, but my man's shoulder was slumped down like that, and he was standing, and people was like, "Yo!" Gorilla Monsoon grabbed him and body slammed him on that separated shoulder, right? And you could hear Superstar Billy Graham down there about to cry, and he picked him up one more time, and Superstar Billy Graham was like, and Superstar Billy Graham went on this rampage and ended it with a leg drop on Gorilla Monsoon. And that's where it started, from the adrenaline, like trying to get to the, you know what I'm saying? But Hulk Hogan, man,
he couldn't sell it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he couldn't sell it, and I just didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I always put Macho Man ahead of him.
Right.
That's why I always put That's why I put Macho Man ahead of him because Macho
Ahead of
Man
him.
could sell. He could sell it like uh when him and Jake the Snake had their thing,
Yeah.
and he gets bit by the cobra.
Yeah.
He sold that. I was like, oh my god, yo,
Yeah.
they got to do something with this guy. This guy's
Yeah.
bringing deadly snakes to the ring. But mm, I thought he was his promos were better.
Yeah.
Uh, everything, man. I thought, oh yeah, was way better than. Let me tell you something, brother. like,
Yeah.
get the
I remember him backslapping Roddy Piper on Piper's Pit. He backslapped Roddy Piper, and you could hear it through the camera. He was what it is. Roddy Piper wanted to get the Intercontinental belt from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had a match against um, Macho Man Randy Savage. So Roddy Piper was setting up Macho Man to injure Macho Man so that he couldn't fight, so that Roddy Piper can slide in and get a shot at the Intercontinental belt. And Macho Man was like, "Oh yes, pleasure to be here. Oh yeah, all extra, all extra." And Piper gives like this weird cue to somebody, and Macho Man reached back like Matt Dillon from Gunsmoke and slammed Roddy Piper. And all you see was Roddy Piper's skirt just like fly up in the air over a table. It's like Roddy, the two best sellers, I ain't gonna lie to you, the two best sellers in the game, Roddy Piper and The Rock. When you go back in a
oh
match
yeah,
that the Rock lose, watch how Stone Cold like slap him across his chest like real soft, like, and watch how the Rock do a backflip, tumble, and fall on the rope, hanging out the ring with one leg in the ring. I mean, it's the Rock. The Rock sells like watch the Rock get pedigreed by Triple H. The Rock, I saw a thing where Triple H legit dazed the Rock, right? And then he pedigreed the Rock. The Rock face hit the mat. The Rock jumps back up on his feet and staggers backwards, spin in a circle, and fall down. And you're like, yeah, The Rock is selling. Really, Rock?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Really.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah, man.
Nick, what do you know about SD Jones? Was he from like? I know he was like an island dude. Um, I don't know, Barbados or somewhere. He won the tag team titles with Tony Atlas, right? Like, didn't he wrestle? Is that right?
Uh, I don't know. SD Jones don't sound familiar. I don't know if that name sounds familiar.
I know he wrestled in NWA, uh, and I think the Universal Superstars of America.
Okay.
Because man, like, because wrestling used to be a regional at one time.
Segmented.
Like there
Yeah,
were
man.
different. There would the AWA, the NWA, the Mid Atlantic region.
Yeah.
Uh, Probably
Yeah,
my
man.
shit was loose. Oh yeah, man. Um, yo, man, wrestling. I'm surprised wrestling was able to sustain itself. Like I tried to watch it recently, I couldn't get into it. Like I didn't really rock with any of the characters. They were a little too uh um I don't want to say crazy, not even crazy. Like I just I don't get it. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
it's not the I don't know. But once I got out of it, once I stopped watching, I was like, all right. After John Cena, um, I was like, oh yeah, it's time for me to bow out. I'm good.
Yeah, CM Punk. Are you talking about the CM Punk is? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm cool. like I'm cool.
Right.
Uh, Rick Martel, the fabulous Rick Martel. Uh,
He was a dude with the long hair.
yeah,
And he was the Val Venus that came along after him and tried to do kind of like the same Rick Martel type stuff. You remember when Debo was in wrestling? Remember Debo?
Zeus.
Yeah. Debo was
I
big
just
back then though.
he was he was he was slim and
Yeah.
he kind of he ain't really changed that much other than
Nah.
he got bigger, weight wise. But that's what I said, man. In order to be a star, you got to do several of those whack WWF movies first. Suburban
Yeah.
Commando, stupid. Like that movie is awful. It was awful then. It's even worse now.
Wow. Wow.
Like, what is this? RoboCop meets like it was just stupid, man. It was stupid.
Was it worse than Kazam?
And yes,
Was it worse
they,
than Steel? If
you
it's
know what?
worse than Steel, bro.
You know what? They all are cut from the same cloth of terribleness.
Yeah.
Somebody was too high and put too many ideas down on paper, and it is like, F it, we shoot it.
Yeah.
This don't have to make sense. Shoot it.
Yeah, because all they worried about is collateral. The collateral income. You know what I'm saying? They ain't worried about it being winning no Oscar.
No, they're not even. Let's just get it done because we know the people are going to come spend their money to come see it.
Right.
Because the kids going to be like, oh, I want to go see Hulk Hogan. And the parents are going to take them. And then they're going to sit through this
Yeah.
turd of a movie.
Yeah.
This turd of
I
a movie. Yeah.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Nothing upset me more than seeing Hulk Hogan live in person. I saw Hulk Hogan live in person, right? At the time, I was like 6'3" and a half,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. About 6'3", 6'3" and a half. And I saw Hulk Hogan and me and him was the same size, same height. And I was like, what? Every day they bring him to the ring, they like standing at 6'6", 300 pounds from such and such. You know what I'm saying? And then I meet the dude and he shook, man. Like, man, these dudes is, come on, man. These
Man,
inflated heights.
yeah, man. It's wrestling, man. They got the embellished the stats. You know that, man.
But you know who is huge? Paul White. My cousin used to sell him home furnishings,
Yeah.
like hot tubs and stuff, swimming pool, all that stuff. Yo, we saw The Big Show, bro, and I don't care what human being you ever saw in your life, ain't nobody bigger than The Big Show, bro. Nobody.
No.
The Big Show hands is so big he could cover up the whole screen with his hands, yo. And he the funniest dude. He is legit the funniest human being you ever want to be around, man. My cousin told me that. He was like, yo, I'm telling you, the dude be cracking jokes on everybody all day long. And I'm like, well, he be bullying? He like, nah, man, he ain't bullying nobody, man. He too big. He ain't got to bully nobody. He just beat him up. He The Big Show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, nah, this dude be having fun. He be joking around, man, all the time. Yeah, yo, Big Show. Now, Big Show is impressive, bro. Big Show is. I don't know if I ever seen anybody really 7'3", like ever been with somebody that's 7'3", but I would say that dude is like 7'3", like 400 pounds, bro.
Oh, he's a monstrosity for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, that dude is huge.
He struggled a little bit in the beginning. And then for a big guy, he moved for a guy that big.
Yeah.
Because they had
because Andre the Giant wasn't moving like that.
No. Andre the Giant wasn't moving like that. Giant Gonzalez, he wasn't moving like that. I thought that was a terrible name. Y'all could have picked something better than Giant Gonzalez, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What about the big dude from the Long Shot?
He was in wrestling?
Yeah. The Great Khali, that's his name.
The Great Khali. Yeah, that's right.
That's his name. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He funny too. He hilarious. He got a personality. You wouldn't think so. But he is hilarious. Yeah, I remember the Rockers. Yeah, hey, yeah, Mr. Vince. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you saw the dude was 7'3". When we saw him, he's 7'3", about 400 pounds. Now, 400 pounds to most people sound like a lot of weight, but the dude looked thin. The dude looked thin. Talking to me and Bob. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. I call my cousin. My bad, cousin. He like, yeah, man. I need a pool table. Like, pool table. So what? Like, yeah, I need something to put my girls on. I'm like, yo, this dude is hilarious. Yo, dude is hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. So, Chuck, I gotta run because CWC already told me that he had a lot to say for the KMD.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah,
man,
we can go ahead and wrap.
Okay. I was just saying, man, so I was eating this vegan dish. It was pasta noodles, some type of salsa, and some type of fake sausage. But it's delicious, man. Good for the muscles. Yeah, man.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Chuck, man. Hey, I guess we'll we can end it here, everybody. Thank y'all for coming through. Subscribe to the channel. Chuck, you want to rap or you want me to rap?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, thank everybody for coming through. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.